So somebody sent me an email asking me my thoughts on something. So this guy says that he said that GSP makes $4.5 million a fight from the UFC, or about $9 million a year, plus another $3 million from endorsements. That's what this guy says, and he showed me the article. I didn't check the article, but based on the information alone, I'm gonna share my thoughts. Basically, it seems like a lot of money. It is a lot of money, and really, if you think about it, if somebody gave you like $4.5 million just to spar in a cage, it's it's sparring. It's not fighting, but it's sparring. It's very violent sparring, but it's sparring. It's still not fighting. Real fighting happens on the streets. All right. And it's not like organized in the way that it is for entertainment. Okay, so people have to clearly understand that real fighting happens on the streets. It's not for entertainment. It's something that's real and much more ugly and dirty than what you see in entertainment. You're talking about real death and things like that. And people fighting all over some stupid stuff or whatever, or just for no reason at all. But the fighting for entertainment, fighting for $4.5 million per fight, seems like a lot of money. It is a lot of money. To us, to the people that are poor, it seems like a lot of money. But for somebody that's Bill Gates, it's nothing. For other people like William Buffett or whoever, Oprah Winfrey, that's nothing. That's small potatoes. It's nothing. So 4.5 million is just only relevant. That money is only relevant to who you're comparing it to. All right. So basically, it seems like it's a lot of money, but I'm trying to indicate that there's other ways to make money that are not as violent, not as dangerous. Alright, there's a lot of rich people in this world. I don't research exactly how much they make, but I guarantee you they're making a lot more than what this guy's making. So, say this guy's making $9 million a year, plus $3 million for endorsements, that's $12 million a year. His career is not a long-lasting career, because fighters, they can't last long. You notice that the cage fightings, they fight the least amount because the body can't handle that amount of damage. Boxers fight much more than, can fight a lot longer than cage fighters because the sport of boxing is not as dangerous as cage fighting. You got boxers that are fighting over 50 fights. And I don't know exactly how much money he makes, but I heard that Mayweather makes like $50 million for one fight or something like that, which is ridiculous, or $55 million for a fight, which is ridiculous. So this guy's supposed to be considered one of the best in the UFC, and he's making $9 million. That's like nothing compared to what Mayweather's making, which is like $55 million or whatever the case may be. I don't know exactly how much he's making, but I know that Mayweather makes a lot of money, all right, compared to this GSP guy. All right, Mayweather's also been in a lot of fights, I think maybe 50 or whatever. All right, so like, football players make a lot of money. Their sport, they can play more games. Their careers are longer. They have longer careers because the football career is not as dangerous as the cage fighting. All right, basketball players make a lot of money and their careers are long, a lot longer. Imagine, and one of the best, was Michael Jordan. Imagine how much money he was making from the basketball games, how much money he was being paid per year, and all the endorsements and all that is way beyond just $9 million. Michael Jordan was making way more money. Okay, so you look at the best person in golf, like Tiger Woods. Imagine how much money he's making. It's going to be way more money than what GSP is making. So, you look at actors, like some of the best actors out there, like Denzel Washington, Brad Pitt, and stuff like that. Those types of people, imagine how much money they're making. And their job's not nearly as dangerous as cage fighting. they're making millions of dollars. Okay, I mentioned before Oprah Winfrey. She didn't have to jump in no cage. She's making millions of. She's like one of the richest people in the world. Look at somebody like Bill Gates. Doesn't have to fight in the cage, but he's a computer genius. The richest person in the world, billions of dollars. Just $9 million is nothing compared to Bill Gates. 50 Cent doesn't have to jump into a cage, just rapping about violence, and then now he's acting in movies. He makes a lot more money than $9 million or $12 million a year. He makes a lot more. I know he does. Eminem doesn't have to jump in the cage, he just raps and produces other people's music. He's making a lot more money than $12 million a year. And these careers are lasting long. Being an actor, you can act until you die. Look at Morgan Freeman. He's like really old. He's still acting. He's still in big movies. Still making a lot of money. Look at Robert De Niro. Old as hell. Still making a bunch of movies. I just watched the movie the other day called Escape Plan with Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger. They're making a bunch of money acting in movies. So you see, these people's career, it lives on. They could still keep doing stuff, still keep making money. This person, GSP, making $12 million a year right now is nothing compared to all these other people that are having all these professions where they're making so much more and their careers last so much longer. You know what I mean? So it just that's basically is what I'm trying to indicate. Is for people, if they really want to make money, then go towards the people that are really making money. Strive towards to emulate those people. Like if you want to get into rapping, it's not as dangerous as cage fighting. They make a lot of money. You want to get into the NBA, they make a lot of money. It's healthier than cage fighting. You want to go to the NFL, go to the NFL. They make a lot of money. Not as dangerous as cage fighting. You want to go become an actor in Hollywood, you make a lot of money. It's not as dangerous as cage fighting. Become a talk show host like Oprah Winfrey, make a lot of money. So basically, there's a bunch of people, thousands of people, tens of thousands of people watching this cage fighting stuff, and there could be thousands of people out there that want to be making as much money as GSP, but they have a better chance of getting struck by lightning. It's not easy to get, to be able to get in that position to even make that much money. But really, the amount of money he's making is still nothing compared to a lot of these other professional athletes or other musicians or actors and entertainers out there. They're making a bunch of money. And think about it this way too. Someone like Dana White's not even fighting, he's just setting up fights. He's making a lot more money than GSP. He don't even gotta fight. He's just setting up the fights and he's making all the money. So basically GSP is like he's like the prostitute that gets paid like, $500 an hour to have sex, and then basically Dana White's like the pimp that's pimping GSP, and he gets half that cut, and he don't even have to have sex. Dana White don't gotta suck anybody's dick or whatever, or fuck anybody. GSP's doing that, and then GSP's only doing all the dirty work, and he's only getting half of the money. So and then Dana White's just setting up the arrangement for the prostitution or whatever, the sex abuse to occur. So if people, if they really want to make money, then they should do what Dana White's doing, is just don't even fight and just basically set up other fights and make money off the fights. GSP's just being pimped, and basically, people they could try all they want to try to make as much money as him in that industry, but the chances are very low of making it. It's come to the point where it's trying to emulate what boxing is or what these other professional sports are. They're trying to make money, and anytime there's a lot of money involved, there's going to be a lot of people that want to take the position, and it just makes it more and more difficult, to get to that level where you're making that sort of money. You know, regardless if it's jumping in a cage, going to the NBA, the NFL, you know, being a professional tennis player, professional baseball player, being a rap artist or a singer. Another person, imagine this little kid, this Justin Bieber kid, doesn't have to jump in a cage. All he does is sing it on a stage. I guarantee you he's making way more money than just $12 million a year. He's making just a shitload of money. Dr. Dre, just producer, and he found Eminem and helping Eminem make money. Dr. Dre's making boatload of money. You know, so, I mean, these are just a bunch of examples of other people making money doing things that are not nearly as dangerous, and how their careers are lasting much longer. I know Eminem, he's not young anymore, but he's still rapping. He's still making albums, still making money. You know, so, you know, it's better, you know, there's people out there that write books that become famous from writing books, and they're making a shitload of money off the books. You know, so there's a lot of ways to make money that's more intelligent. You know, and where you can make more money, and your career will last much longer. You know, if everybody's so concerned, you know, if they're so desirous of making more money, they should follow the king of it, Bill Gates, who's billions of dollars, not this measly $12 million. If your whole objective is to make money, it's not fighting. Fighting, you know, someone like Bill Gates could just buy the UFC out. He could buy the freaking country if he wanted to. That's how much money he has. I mean, you know, like, Dana White is somebody who's just basically using other people to make money, prostituting other people, setting up fights to make money off of them. So basically, if you want to make money, it's not fighting. If you want to make money, it's like being a business person and knowing how to use other people for your benefit. You know, like finding a GSP, finding a Anderson Silva or whoever the hell, setting up the fights and just profiting off of that. You don't even have to fight yourself. If you're so concerned about making money, you know, fighting is not the way. The money that they make is nothing. It's measly, like crap money. You know what I mean? I just rather promote people to build upon their talents, but in a healthier way. I mean, what's the point of making $12 million a year if you die at the age of 40? And then if you didn't engage into that activity, you would have lived until you're 90 or 100. You know, I mean, I don't care how much money you give me, but I don't want to be living the way freaking Muhammad Ali's living right now. You know, just basically like handicapped, like can't even function. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these football players, these boxers, and these cage fighters, I mean, they're all dying early. They're all gonna die. I mean, the brain can't take all that damn damage. It's not designed to take that sort of damage. That's why we wear bike helmets. That's why, you know, we gotta wear seatbelts when we're driving. Or, you know, our heads are not designed to be, you know, to absorb an immense amount of force and shock. You know, so, like, they're just paying for your life to end early. You know what I'm saying? And money, a real martial artist is not, he's not all about the money. Like, money can't buy you everything in life. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the inner happiness and the peace and the love and family and all that, it can't really be bought with just money. You know what I'm saying? Material things only go so far. A real martial artist is just beyond all of that. You know, it's kind of like, in a way, a little bit like the Shaolin monk, who they don't care for the money. They don't care for the fame. They just train just because they love to train. You know, it's not even about that. You know, and these people, these fighters, they're only training for the money. You take the money away, they don't want to train no more. You know, they're just freaking bums. I mean, even the people that are considered the greatest. Look at Muhammad Ali. Look at him now. Look at Mike Tyson right now. He ain't shit. Look at Michael Jordan. He ain't shit. I mean, he could really be a lot better now than he is if he still had that passion, that drive to better himself. But he doesn't. He lost it. He doesn't really care to like keep improving. The money, the fame is gone. His desire with the training goes with it. So that's how a lot of these professional athletes are. They're driven by money. They're not driven by the true passion to just live the way of just training just because like this is what you're meant to do. It's a different lifestyle. You know, I mean, like part of the spirituality is just not being greedy. You know, like money is not like that important. Like it's not like the most important thing in life. I think you know, being an artist, being a martial artist, a big part of it is just not being a slave to money. Like people can't just pay you to do what they want you to do. You know, imagine if somebody, you know, said, hey, you know, I'll give you $1,000,000 if you have sex with these 100 men and come inside all their anuses, and I'll give you $1,000,000. Are you gonna do that shit? I mean, like, people, you know, that are just controlled by money and they'll do whatever it takes for money. These people are not spiritually strong people. So basically, what I'm saying is that, like, you know, just because somebody is making a bunch of money or whatever the case may be, like, that's not the point of being a real like a true martial artist in my eyes. You know, an artist is, to me, is somebody like Vincent van Gogh. You know, who's somebody who just painted because he just loved to paint. And when he was painting, when he was living, nobody appreciated his paintings. But he just still continued to paint. He just loved painting. He wasn't even able to sell one painting when he was alive. And then when he died, then, you know, now his paintings are worth millions of dollars. You know, but he just kept painting. Even though nobody wanted his paintings, cared for it, he still did it because he loved it. You know, and that's what a true artist is. But Michelangelo was another type of artist where he just paint, you know, what the churches told him to paint, that's what he'd paint, and he'd make money off of that. Whatever the customer demanded of him is what he'd painted, and then he'd make money off of that. To me, that's not really an artist. You know, an artist is somebody who's just expressing his inner heart into his reality and just expressing that to the world. If the money comes, it comes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But an artist is somebody who's just true to himself. He's not just doing things for money. You know, so that's the difference between what a martial artist is supposed to represent opposed to just a fighter. A fighter, you just give him money, he'll fight. You know, give him $20 million, hey, go kill this person. He'll kill that person. You know, I mean, he'll do whatever you want. You tell the fighter, oh, you know, I'll give you $20 million, just do 20 million jumping jacks. I'll give you $20 million. He'll do that. He'll do whatever you tell him to do to make money. You know, I mean, you tell him to lick some guy's ass crack for $1 million, he'll do it. I mean, somebody like Bill Gates could very easily just have these fighters just do whatever the fuck he wants them to do. You know, tell GSP to freaking suck his dog's dick for $1 million, and then he does it. Because he has the money to control people, to tell the people what to do. These fighters ain't shit. They're just a bunch of people that just freaking prostitute themselves just for money, just like a hoe would do. You know what I'm saying? So I don't look up to these fighters. I don't care how much damn money they make. It don't mean shit. And if it was about the money, then why the fuck would you look up to the fighters when you could look up to someone like Bill Gates, who's really balling? Billions of dollars. Making what Mayweather's making seem like a piece of shit. GSP's a piece of shit compared to, you know, Bill Gates. All these fighters ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so these fighters are not representing, like, true strength. Like, if they could be so much controlled by money, they're not really representing true strength. True strength is somebody, you know, who's beyond the control of money. Like he does like what he's meant to do. Is not, you don't just pay him to do what you want him to do. He does what he's meant to do. So somebody like Socrates, he's just teaching. He's not even really making any money, but he's just teaching, speaking the truth. And they say, you know what, we're gonna kill you if you don't stop. He's like, kill me then. He's in control. He's basically just doing his thing. That's a true warrior. You know what I'm saying? That's beyond the control of money. You know, it's people that is driven by something towards truth. Martin Luther King Jr. is not about the money. He just doing what he was meant to do. And they threatened him, you know, you keep doing this, we're going to kill you. I'm still going to do it. Go ahead and kill me. I mean, that's a real warrior. But these fighters, they're not real warriors. You know what I mean? You just give them money, they'll do what the hell you want them to do. You know, you give a fighter, oh, you know, we'll give you $10 million, go beat up your dad. And probably do that too. Go beat up your mom. Okay, I'll do that too. You know, like, they will do whatever they'll do whatever the hell you want them to do when you give them money. That's not somebody that's a highly developed human being that's representing something that a true martial artist should be representing. You know, like somebody like Brandon Lee, Bruce Lee's son, they offered him many roles of like action movies. He turned a lot of them down. I don't want to do that. That's not the role that I want. He turned down a lot of roles. That's what true martial artists do. They could turn down money because that's not what they want to do. I don't want to do that. Keep your money. Bruce Lee, you know, so you know what? I'm not taking part in these freaking movies where you're being racist towards the Chinese. Oh, we'll give you money to do it. No, I'm not taking part of that. Keep your money. That's what true martial artists do. They tried to make Bruce Lee lose to a fight to Robin in some TV series. Bruce Lee's like, no, I'm not having that. He's not even a martial artist, and you're gonna have me lose to him? No. I'm not losing to no freaking Robin. Keep your money. You know what I'm saying? True martial artists, they're not controlled by money. That's not the most important thing. You know, and they're able to stand up against this stuff. So, you know, fighters, they just go where the hell the money, wherever you pay them to do, that's what they do. So fighters are just like prostitutes. You know, like another example, Dave Chappelle, you know, turned down $55 million. He was a comedian. He made a bunch of money. Made a bunch of money just telling jokes. So if you want to make money, that's your main thing. All I'm saying is that you'd rather be a comedian like Dave Chappelle and make money doing that than to be a stupid fighter. You're destroying your health. You're representing something very negative in society. And it's just something, you know, it's just not good. It's not good for the world. So I'm just trying to promote people to do something more positive. Make money in another way. In something that's more positive and healthier.